Hi, my name is Daniel McKinley, and today I am here at Zia Comics in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and I'm going to teach you how to play the 2 to 6 player game from Wattsalpoag, Echidna Shuffle. So the way you play Echidna Shuffle is you will begin the board by placing these little start spaces for the bugs, tree stumps, and echidnas throughout the board fairly at random. There is a bit of setup for where you place opponents' tree stumps and where you place your starting points, but I'll let you look at the rulebook to see exactly how that is set up. Right here I just set them up generally as random. Now on your turn, you have a very simple move. You're going to roll this die, which is numbered 2 through 7, and you're going to be moving echidnas in that number of spaces. Now, each echidna does not belong to any player. Any player at any time during the game can move any of the echidnas, whether your bug or an opponent's bug or no bugs are on it. So let's talk about the starting spaces. If you move an echidna onto your starting space during your turn, you may place one of the bugs on his back. Now, each echidna can only carry one bug. So if it already had a bug on it and landed on another starting space, it can only carry the one. Now, their nose will always be facing towards the arrows, and most of them have a pretty set forward path. But some spots, like this one, can go either left or right. You want to keep them generally pointing in the same direction, so that way it's easier to understand where they go. If at any time during the game that an echidna is moved to a tree stump matching the same color, they jump immediately over to the tree stump. The first player to get all 3 of their bugs onto the appropriate tree stump wins, whether it's on your turn or not. So on a player's turn, you're going to roll the die. You can either play with a child variant where you are moving the number of spaces and you roll every turn, or you can play the advanced mode, which is what I prefer, where you roll the die and you place your token on this board. I rolled a 4, so I place it on the 4 here, and that would tell me how many moves I have. So I could go 1, place a bug. Now I need to get him to the tree stump, which is kind of tricky, so I might move 2, 3, and 4 to clear up some room for me to get him to that tree stump. Then it would be the opponent's turn. They would follow the same rules. This one landed on a 5, sit on the 5, and move 5 more spaces. 1. I'll play a turn for you for a moment. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this continues until the end of the game. However, the next round, we do not roll. We simply slide our marker down to the orange side, which would be a number 5 for me, and that's how many moves I have. So over the course of every player's 2 turns, you will have a total of 9 movement points. That way it gives one player no more advantage than any other player. This game continues until all 3 of them have been played. The first player to do that, regardless of the turn, wins. There is also another side of the board that I'd like to show you that has a winter side. This side has a different play mat for you to play and has different movements that it can play as well. And now while the function doesn't change, they also included a winter side to this board as well. That's how you play Echidna Shuffle. As you can see by first appearance, you would think it's a game for kids, but it actually has a lot of depth and strategy into it. And it's a really great one to get younger players as well as older players enjoying the same game. So if you want to come check it out, come by Zia Comics in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where you can play Echidna Shuffle.